I can still feel the chill of that night, the memory etched in my mind like a scar that refuses to fade. It was the summer of 1996, a time when my childhood innocence collided with the terror I never thought even possible. It started innocuously enough, with whispers circulating through our small town about a clown prowling the streets after dark. At first, it seemed like nothing more than a campfire tale, a story concocted to send shivers down the spines of gullible children. But as the days turned into weeks, and the summer grew longer, the whispers grew louder, and I began to realize that there was some truth to these rumors. I first caught sight of him on a balmy July evening, his figure looming in the shadow as I walked home from a friend's house. At first, I dismissed him as just another performer, his colorful costume and painted face a common sight at birthday parties. But there was something off about this one, something that was just quite different from others. His grin was too wide-eyed, too fixed, as if it were carved into his face rather than painted on. And his eyes, they gleamed with anger that makes me scared to this day. I quickened my pace, hoping to put some distance between myself and the unnerving figure that trailed behind me. But no matter how fast I walked, those clown footsteps stayed right there. From that night on, the clown became a constant presence in my life, a sinister specter lurking in my dreams and my nightmares. I tried to tell my parents and my teachers, anyone who would listen, but they all dismissed my fears as nothing more than childish paranoia. But I knew better. I could feel his presence everywhere I went, at the park, on the bus, even outside of my own bedroom window. He never spoke, and he never made a move to harm me, but his silent presence and his lurking around made me think otherwise. As weeks turned into months, more children began to disappear from our town. Their faces were plastered on missing posters that lined the streets. I knew in my heart that this clown was behind it all. I ended up becoming consumed by fear, paralyzed by the knowledge that no one was safe from the clown's clutches. I stopped going out after dark, and I started to barricade myself in my room with the hope that he would never find me. But no matter how hard I tried to hide, I could still feel his presence lurking nearby. And then, one night, while I was walking home from my friend's house, he finally made his move. As I was walking, the sound of laughter started to echo behind me. I ran to the window of my home, my heart pounding in my chest, and there he was, the clown, his grin wider and more angry than ever before. I knew then that I had no choice but to run inside and lock the doors behind me. I banged on the windows, hoping for anybody to hear me. After no response, I ran to the door with my key, trembling hands trying to get it open. He got closer and closer, until I finally got the door open. I ended up reporting it all to the police, and obviously waking up my parents to tell them about it. But he was never found. Until this day, people still think that I was just crazy.